Hi, my name is Michelle Alonso. I'm 21 years old and I'm currently in my last semester in NYT studying for my architecture degree. So the first question asks us to explain what things we think love is. And at first I just said love is something so strong that we can't explain it. But I guess that's the whole point of other philosophers who spent years trying to explain love, because philosophy is used to try and explain the unexplainable. But if I was to categorize it, I would say it's more of a feeling and of the experience while loving something or being loved. The concept of love is so difficult with so many theories that people have come up with. And I'm sure you might have heard people now talk about what type of love languages they have. Some people have their love language as physical touch or acts of service. I think it all goes back to the way someone was raised and the way someone received love as a child. Going into more depth into what I think love is, I don't necessarily think you have to be in love with someone or have someone to love or be loved from. I think that love can be experienced through hobbies that people are very deeply connected to, such as painting or music or dancing, could even be cooking. There's so many things that can make up love, like passion and peace. And I feel like sometimes even anger and anxiety can come when loving something or someone so much. Love isn't so black and white. There's so many things that make up what love is. Referring back to the previous question, what I think love really is, I would say in simplest terms, it's like a natural commitment, because I think about the love of a mother. When they give birth, they're automatically in love. Even when the baby's in their stomach, they just love them, they care for them, they take care of themselves because they know that someone they love is in them and it's growing out of love. I feel like when parents wake up and they feed their children, they lose sleep, they feed their children out of their own body. It's something so natural that they don't even realize how much they sacrifice. So I feel like in simple terms, natural commitment is something that makes up what love really is. I feel like one of the biggest ways, despite intuition and feeling, for us to acknowledge that love exists between us and someone or something else, I feel like it has to do a lot with our reactions and our actions towards these people or things, because there are two very completely different reactions towards a stranger and towards someone we love, like our parents or siblings or whatever it may be. I feel like everyone in their lives has, at some point or another, experienced what genuine love feels like and what an authentic love feels like. And for me personally, I know genuine love from my mom. I've never seen a woman love their kid and have as much forgiveness and patience as she has with all four of her kids she raised alone. That's why I feel like patience and forgiveness has a lot to do with genuine love, because with patience, you are understanding that the person you love needs to grow and they have potential in so many things. But with this type of genuine love, you don't stop loving someone just because they aren't perfect or they're not the mold that you thought they were. I feel like with inauthentic love, there is a lot of expectation and there's a lot of conditions when loving in this way. I feel like with genuine love, the love is unconditional. I keep going back to the way a parent loves their kid, and they are so imperfect, but they are also so loved by their parents. I feel like there's a very blurry line between what love is and when love becomes an obsession. And I feel like under the condition of obsession, this should definitely be avoided, because I think that any type of obsession is not healthy. But I think that when love becomes something that is hurting you or something that is damaging your mental, it's not love, it becomes something else. And I feel like when also you're not ready to be loved, I feel like this type of love should also be avoided, because when you're not ready to be loved, or if you don't love yourself, you don't know your boundaries, and you don't know what you are ready to accept from people, I feel like this can also become very dangerous, and it can hurt you in ways that you are hurting yourself, in other words, because you are not ready for this love. And I feel like the type of love the lover gives has a lot to do with their childhood and the way they received love. I feel like people have different definitions of love because of what they've experienced. Again, connecting it back to experience and feelings. People demonstrate their love in all sorts of way, even going back to love languages like physical touch, or I know some people have love languages of words of affirmation. this all goes back to childhood, and I think the way the lover gives love, it can either be what they desired as a kid and never received, or it's a replica of the good and bad that they received as a child as well. Again, I feel like the way the beloved receives the love, it has a lot to do with their childhood as well, because some people, they never learned how to love or what love feels like. They don't know what to expect when it comes to love. Some people have bad expectations with love. Some people have bad associations with love. And some people can take love gracefully and even reciprocate it, but I think it just again has to do a lot with what they've been through, what they have created for themselves to be loved. I genuinely do think that there is a need for ethics when it comes to love, because perhaps there's unwritten rules when loving, but I think when you love someone, I think the natural reaction is to protect it and to care for it and to make sure they're okay or it's okay. I know people love to love plants. You take care of it like it's a kid, and I feel like even though there might be unwritten rules when it comes to love, I feel like things like respect, you might not have to mention it but or ask for it, but I think it has to do with love, because you can't you can't hit somebody, you can't scream at them, you can't do all sorts of mean and cruel things to someone and then tell them you love them or it's because it's out of love. There's many ways to go about situations that don't have to disrespect someone or something, and I do think that ethics has a lot to do with love.